I'd like to welcome John Ross Parks from the Quinte Real Estate Board, winner of 2016 YPN Leadership Award. He's been a frontline speaker with Emerge Conference since its inception in 2013. Welcome, John Ross.
Thank you, Steve. So great to be here.
So tell me, John Ross, what's your favorite thing about being a realtor?
As corny as this is going to sound, it's the people. It's still the people. After 9 years almost, it always comes down to the people. And, the clients, obviously, but more than that, it's the other realtors, which has been the latest step in my real estate journey is appreciating how much work everybody puts into this business and this organization to make it run smoothly. And in the beginning, you're just so focused on the deal, right? You're just, I got to make that next deal happen. And as you progress in this business, as you know, you start to realize, hey, there's a lot of people working behind the scenes to make what I do possible. And getting that appreciation has been amazing.
It's come up as a common theme with all the other winners' mentorship and how important that is. Do you feel strongly either way about that?
Mentorship's been invaluable. I mean, I'm a third generation realtor, so I've had built-in mentors in my business. But whether you know someone in the industry or not, I think if you can find someone that you really love how they work, or someone that you want to be like them in this industry, I think it's vital. I think you don't know where you want to go with your business until you can see it in front of you. And partnering up with someone, or mastermind grouping with people, or finding a mentor, I think it's invaluable, whether it be in your business or on the volunteer side.
Do you feel that new realtors into the business should get themselves involved in organized real estate?
I think if you can, for sure. I appreciate how hard it is when you're just starting out. There's so much information that comes at you, and there's so many people vying for your time, and you should join this and be involved with this. But I think even if you're in your first month in real estate, why not volunteer on one committee? Find one small thing that you can do to give back to the community, because you're going to get so much more in return. The more we're connected and the more we know about what's going on in the industry, it makes us better realtors. And without that information, without that connectedness, we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot where we don't have all the information out there. And, we want to be the best we can be for our clients. Well, to do that, you should probably know as much as you can about your industry.
You've been passionate about YPN. Do you think
Yes.
that has a position in mentorship, learning, being there for new realtors?
Absolutely. It's because of the YPN that I'm involved in organized real estate. Getting involved with the YPN 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago, opened my eyes to what this world is about on the organized real estate side, the volunteering side. And I have worked my way through my board, and I'm involved at the CREA level, involved at the OREA level. I'm doing my best. And I think it's because of the YPN that I felt like it was possible for me to do that. Most committees in organized real estate seem really scary for the average human. I mean, it's not something that you wake up and say, I want to be on the finance committee for the Canadian Real Estate Association.
I've been there.
Yeah, it's not like, I'm so passionate about finance. But YPN is about sharing and growing your network and yourself and your business. And it's an easy introduction into this world of organized real estate as a volunteer. So why not be involved with YPN? It's hard. As you know, I mean, we've been there for a long time with the YPN. Yep. You can only get so many people on the committee. But the cool thing is there's YPNs across the entire province. We've got them in almost every region now, which is phenomenal. I think there's all 17. I think we're up to 17 YPNs across the province. So why not reach out if there isn't one in your town? Join the next board.
Reach out to somebody else.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your biggest challenge that you've faced in your real estate career, and how have you overcome it?
Oh, wow. My biggest challenge in my real estate career so far has probably been time management. That's the biggest challenge, I think, for me as a human being, because I try to do so many things that you tend to, if you're not properly organized, forget things. And it's really easy, like I said earlier on, to get involved and to sign up for everything. But really, if you can focus on the things that you're really good at and really focus really hard and work really well at those, I think it's going to benefit you more than spreading yourself out too thin.
If I had my props here, I'd be holding up my Crazy Busy book right now that I'm reading. So
I saw you.
You've been involved in so many interesting and amazing causes, and these projects are clearly very dear to your heart. How does community involvement relate to your real estate career, and would you say that it's benefited you as a professional?
Yeah. So as I mentioned before, I'm a third generation realtor, and my grandma is so passionate about volunteering and raising money, especially with the different shelter causes. And I think as a kid, it was kind of instilled in me that that's what you're supposed to do. No matter what you're doing, you should always be doing something for the community. So I'm thankful for that, because as an adult in my real estate career, we have a really cool opportunity through the Royal LePage Shelter Foundation, if you're with Royal LePage, or through
Realtors Care Foundation.
Yeah, Realtors Care Foundation, or any of the local boards. There's tons and tons and tons of causes out there for you to dive into. And so I've jumped on board as much as I can with Walk a Mile for the past 6 years in our area. We've raised almost $150,000 for Three Oaks Shelter Foundation. I chaired the Walk a Mile this year. Last weekend, actually, or shortly, about a little over a week ago, we did almost $25,000 for our local shelter.
It's amazing.
There's nobody, yeah, it's awesome. The community jumping on board, but there's nobody out there, I think, that could do that would not feel that that's benefited them. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if you're doing that work and you're helping those people, you can't help but feel amazing about what you're doing and about yourself. So does that affect my business? 100%, because I am happier, more well-rounded, and I'm doing what I love, which is helping people.
But you don't do that with an expected payback from it.
Oh no! I mean, you should do it because you want to do it. If you don't love it, it's going to show through, and you're not going to get out of it what you wanted. So find something that you love. Maybe it's walking dogs. I know a lot of people that really don't like. They sell a lot of real estate, but at the end of the day, they really don't want to go spend more time with more people. They would rather just go and volunteer at the shelter and walk dogs once or twice a week. That's giving back to your community. Maybe you can raise money for that. I mean, there's tons of really cool causes out there that almost anybody can get involved in.
That's cool. What's the single most important piece of advice that you could give to a new realtor?
Interesting story. I won't take too much of your time up. I was sitting with a group of 6 new realtors yesterday doing some training in my office. And I went around the room and I asked them, okay, they're all within 3 weeks of being in the business. I said, what's the hardest part about what you're doing right now? And they said, I don't know what I'm doing and I have to deal with people. I can't learn all this at once. And it took me back to when I first got in the business, that when I first got in the business, I was 20 years old. So being a 20-year-old kid trying to work with adults, it's pretty near impossible. I found the only thing that really made me legitimate and made me feel confident enough to help these people the way that I knew that I could was by having all of the information and being over-prepared for everything. I think new realtors, they're trying to do a lot. Walk before you run and learn your stuff. Learn how to do everything that you possibly can and better yourself. And I think continuing education is something that is so valuable. We have to do this for the rest of our careers, the rest of our lives, or else we get stale and we die. There's so much out there, and even outside of organized real estate, there are conferences and networking opportunities and mastermind groups and YPN functions. And I mean, you can spend a lot of time out there learning things, and you may not use it all, but if you can go to every single time you go to an event or you're somewhere that you're networking, if you can take one thing from that event, you've gotten what you needed out of it, because there's so much you take it in. So just take one thing out of each event and you've done your job. So get prepared, know your stuff, and get out there and do it.
Well, John Ross, I would like to thank you for taking time today, and congratulations on your award this year.
Thanks so much, Steve. Have a great day.
Okay, you too, John Ross. Bye-bye.